Hey guys, I'm Aaron Rayford with Race Marketing, and I own and operate multiple small businesses, and I have a passion for small business marketing, promotion, and social media. This year it's really been on my heart to give back and just share some of the things that I've learned and that I'm learning currently. I hope some of these things will help you. Diving straight into this video, today I want to talk about working on the business versus working in the business. A handful of years ago, I had the privilege of talking to my wife's cousin, Dallas, who just so happens to be the 6-time Iditarod champion, which is a historical event and feat. Congratulations, Dallas. We were hanging out on a family vacation, and years ago he mentioned to us, hey, it sounds like you guys really need to look at systemizing some of the things you're doing. He mentioned something that day that I'll never forget. It was something along the lines of, instead of working so integrally in your business, you need to figure out how to work on your business. So you might be asking, well, what does that even mean? I've posted about this before. I may do another video on it, but there is a difference between an entrepreneur and someone who is self-employed. Self-employment means you just gave yourself a job, right? It's great. It comes along with not having a boss, being able to do what you want to do. However, I think many people find out that they traded their 9-to-5 to more than 8 hours a day of work, but there's a lot of upside to that too. In a scenario of a self-employed individual, this situation means that if you were to take away the owner, that there would be no business left. If you stop showing up to the job, then there'd be no one else to do that well enough to continue into the future. On the other side of that, I believe that a true entrepreneur is someone that builds a system and builds a business that will outlast them. To me, that's important because I don't want to just be working just to say, hey, that was great. I want to build something that lasts and contributes to my children and their children's children and so on and so forth. And I personally want all of my businesses that I work in to have an impact on the community in which we operate. So how do you do that? You have to build systems that allow your company to operate like a well-oiled machine. This is so much easier said than done, and it's why a lot of people struggle to get to that point. Even after that conversation with cousin Dallas on vacation, there were multiple years where we still continued to try to work to figure this out. But now I think I can finally say that we have some of the tools that it takes to do that and to replicate it in each of our businesses. So I want to share some of those things with you. The first step to systemization is understanding your why and where you're going. You may have thought about your mission or your vision yourself, but have you cascaded that to the rest of your team yet? If the people on your team don't know where you're going, then there's no way that they can help in a meaningful way long term to get you there. What often happens is you know where you're going and you're working on the things that matter, but you frequently get interrupted to help over here with this situation that's going on, which slows the progress of your journey. So the first step, if you're watching this today, is to write down your goals. Where do you want to be in 1 year? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 10 years? After you have that, then you can begin to see some of the steps that it takes to get there, and that's where the real work comes into play. Step number 2 is make sure that you have the right team for the job. I've made multiple videos about hiring and managing and things of that nature, so you can go watch those. But if you don't have the right team, the right people, and the right seats in your organization, then it can be stunting your growth. If you find the right person, the right match for your company and your goals, then they become passionate and you can figure out how to incentivize them based on company metrics, based on where you're headed, to be able to help you propel the company in the direction that you guys are headed. If you currently know you do not have the right team, then it may take some time to make some changes, make some adjustments, make some hires, but those changes will be well worth it once you figure them out. The third thing that I'll share with you that I think would be helpful in this beginning phase of your journey with this is to take account for everything that you do on a weekly basis for the company. This can be both a humbling experience and a challenging experience. It's gonna require you to slow down a little bit and take some extra time. Instead of just doing the thing, write it down. But you'll find that at the end of a period, maybe it's a week, maybe it's a month, you'll find that you have an entire list of everything that you need to do on a daily basis. I wish I could tell you that's the end of the homework, but it's not. You have to then look at that list and analyze, is there anything on this list that someone else could do right now? If the answer is no, then you have your duties pretty dialed down. But if the answer is yes, someone could be posting for me on social media, somebody could be designing the newsletter, somebody could be running these errands, then it may be time to start to pull some of those things off of your list and create a job description for someone else, because your time is the most valuable for your organization. If you can't be free to drive and be a visionary and push towards the finish line of where you're headed, then no one else is gonna do that better than you. Please take the time to do this step because it is well worth it. And as I like to say, make time for what matters. Okay, at this point in the video, I'm realizing there's so many more tips that I could give, but I wanna leave you with that for now. Let me know in the comments what questions you have. If this is really hitting home for you in the season of work that you're in the stage of your business that you're in, I'd love to be a resource for you. Ask your questions, I'll answer them as best as I can. Maybe we'll do a part 2 of this video, and after you get that homework done, give you some more. Either way, I'm here to cheer you on. I'm so thankful when I get to meet other entrepreneurs, other business owners. So don't be a stranger, make sure to connect. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, do all those great things, and we'll see you on the next one.